Morning everybody, I hope you're well. I've come on this morning to do a flip through. I think it's finished, but I always do a little bit more, and it's never really finished, but we could go on forever. So I thought I'd just give you a quick flip through, and then I'll be moving on to something else, maybe finishing this off bit by bit. It doesn't really need much, but it was just to sort of finish it off really. That was the tie that went around it. So yes, and then I've mentioned a few times, I think, that I did it the wrong way around. If you want to call it wrong, you can have them any which way you like, but it just somehow doesn't feel right to me that it opens like this. But anyway, it's okay, it's lovely, it's absolutely gorgeous inside. It's gorgeous on the outside, but it's just a little bit different. Funnily enough, I've noticed there's a lot of, I'm just checking that you're in frame, a lot of videos at the moment of these. They're called flip-flop journals. So there's a lot around, and there's a lot of inspiration, so do have a look. And if you're interested in making one, because there are quite a few videos out there, and there's obviously my own as well that you can look at. So most of the printables or digitals are from Ruby and Pearl XO. As you probably know if you watch my channel, I'm a big fan of hers. I love her work, and I just really like the style. And to ease me into making again after a few weeks away, I just wanted to make it as easy as possible really. But also I like I don't think I intended, but I can't remember now. There's a theme of sort of gardening and that sort of thing, vintage images and things like that. So anyway, let's get inside. We'll start with this side. So there are 3 signatures. It's reasonably chunky, but there is still room for it to grow a little bit if you want to, and you can, when you put your fastener on it, it's absolutely fine, lays nice and flat. So I've just made a pocket here, and a journaling card there. The papers are a mix of papers, so some are tea dyed, another little image there, and some art. This is newsprint, some pretty fussy cuts. This was a freebie from Louise Heinzel from Defemerember, the owl picture, which is gorgeous, and a fussy cut flower from somewhere, but I can't remember where I got them from. I think I'm pretty sure it's off Etsy, so I will check that. If I can find it, I will put it up. And this is on some vintage book page. This is what I call the first signature, and I've left a lot of writing space in this. I have decorated some of the pages, as you can see, but I have left a lot of writing space as well. So there's plenty of space to work in, to writing, to sketch, do whatever you want, and hopefully you'll find inspiration in here. More fussy cut flowers, and some like pretty coloured. I've stitched in with so this one, it's a cream coloured thread with this one. It's a cotton thread and it's quite thick. But they're not the sturdiest. They're fine, they'll never come out unless the thread breaks, which is unlikely. But it's not like when you what's the word? I didn't want to pull it too tight, so but it's fine, it's absolutely fine. I'll just take this little bit off here, doesn't need that. And you'll recognise this packaging paper. This is just a piece of tissue paper that I've added onto there. Another one of Louise's images, beautiful image of bird, and then there's a leaf, and it is from hawthorn. It's a hawthorn leaf, a real one. Another fussy cut, more pages to work in, plenty of pages to work in, and then you've got a pretty flower there, and a pocket here, one of my eco dies, and a little fussy cut, and then there's a little tag that's backed with vintage wallpaper, but you know, there's no pattern on it really. So, and then obviously this is Ruby and Pearl here. And then if we turn over, you've got a, just pull it out like this actually first. So you've got a pocket here as well, so you could put something in there, and you've got this lovely Tim Holtz paper there. And then turn it over this way, and it's a little bit more decorated. So you've got a lovely pattern paper that I got from a shop. It was sort of 10p a sheet, and I got lots of sheets, and so yeah, that's where that's from. So, and there's a vellum pocket there in a lovely sort of goldeny colour, and then a pretty tag. This is Tim Holtz, and it's decorated and bagged. So I've decorated it with a fussy cut, you know, a label and some washi tape there, and it goes in there. And then this one, if you watched me throughout the making of this, you would have seen this, and it's just gorgeous. It's my favourite picture really, and I can't remember which book I got it from, but I'm going to see if I can find it. It's gorgeous, very vintage colours. And this is one of my own handmade papers with some flower details in there. And then that's another Tim Holtz card. I haven't backed this one because I quite like it, and I thought it went well with this, you know, with the nest and eggs and everything. And then I've just added some more detail on there, which you can see, and I've got a little tie, more paper to work with, and some vintage what's it called? Music paper. And then you have a little pocket there, or a tuck rather. A lovely vintage book, Reader's Digest gardening book, image there, pretty paper there, and then a lovely tag, and this is from Ruby and Pearl. And you've got this really pretty linen, pale lemon card. So that goes in there, and this is a pretty twine. So I've used twine throughout rather than ribbon, with it having a floral gardening theme. So these two are from, I've mentioned throughout the making of this, they were from, they're freebies from Jibidneary, and if you go on her website you can find these. And they're really pretty, as you can see, gorgeous. And then I made a tag from this really pretty sort of duck egg blue card, and an image there from Ruby and Pearl, another image from Ruby and Pearl. You might have seen me make this, but I don't think you saw me add this sort of paper on. I just didn't like the whole green thing without adding other things to it. But I'm pleased with it now. I think it looks really nice, so I'm happy with that. And then more paper to do what you want in. There's a tuck here, just some Tim Holtz, and more paper. And then there's a tuck here, or an upside down pocket there. Oops, I have to make sure when it goes in fully. Why isn't it going in now? It's gone in perfectly well before, so I don't know why it's not going in now. I'll just stretch that a little bit, because I'm not sure why that's... Oh, I know why. It's because the you know, the book's getting fuller, more and more fuller. So yeah, apologies for that. Bit of a disappointment, but never mind. This is really pretty, and this is card stock that I bought from a shop, a craft shop. And oh, and that's a Ruby and Pearl design card. And then again, I've used some linen. Oh, really disappointed about that. Some linen card here. I'll fix that anyway. I'll leave it out for now. I'm not sure. I think that's part of a freebie, and these were free as well, free tags. Lovely Ruby and Pearl. Another one of, this is part of the Jibidniri Eco Die thing, and there's a card, and this is Tim Holtz. So as I said, I made it easy by using, you know, stash items that I've had in my stash for a while, and a fussy cut flower. And a little bit of washi down there. Some of these pages do have washi on them, and that was just because they had the hole in the middle was larger than I wanted it to be, but it wasn't necessary, but I just wanted to make it neat. This is a Ruby and yeah, so some tracing paper, some more Ruby and Pearl paper there, a little tuck spot here. I think that's Ruby and Pearl, and I've added tissue, and this is from the, it's a lovely page from the Reader's Digest gardening book. I love that, really pretty. And then we've got this centre here, and these are from a very old, I'd say, herbal book, or herbarium, and I got it from the one of the public domain websites for, you know, books, and I think it's an old German herbarium, and so there's this one, and then there's the other one which is another different flower, so that's valerian and that's lavender. It's they're beautiful images. What should I do with the, oh, there we go. Couldn't see it. So that's one in each pocket, and then the pockets, or the tucks rather, I made this from watercolours, so I splashed watercolour around, I think it was last summer, and did some stamping on there and a couple of little labels. And another one of Ruby and Pearl with some washi, just, you know, bordering, which is pretty. Fold out for the Ruby and Pearl thing, and then the tracing paper, and then so this is a wraparound pocket. So this side, it's the butterfly on both sides, and then I made a little tag here for this side. It's a nice little space to put a tag, and a little label, and then this side, which is larger, and I made a larger tag. Love that, so pretty. And just added some decoration here, and this is Ruby and Pearl, I think. And then, yeah, this is the back, and I decorated, again, this is Ruby and Pearl, and this isn't Ruby and Pearl, it's I think it was a freebie from Kate.com, I think. I've mentioned her in one of my other videos, and that's it. So yeah, there's a lot in there, a lot to work with, and a lot to, you know, it's going to make a lovely you know, journal for someone who likes gardening. They can record what they're doing in the gardening seasons, all of that sort of thing. You know, there's plenty of space to work in, and I hope it's inspired you to make one yourself. Thank you for sticking with me and coming back each time if you have done, and thank you for supporting me and your lovely comments. It's really nice to hear from you, And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back very soon to do more videos and some new things as well. I'll be starting making some new journals and what have you, and maybe some yeah, different makings and things like that. So yeah, I'll be with you again very soon. You all take care, have a lovely Sunday, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.